Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This one here is a review for Dakar 2021. It was a little over 2 months ago. I will link in the description below a playlist to all of my daily recaps, because I did that over the course of the rally itself, but this is more of a kind of overview and thinking back about it. I wanted to wait a while until after the rally had ended to do a proper review, and I'm sorry it's taken 2 months, and whilst I am trying to remember as much as I can, some of those memories are a little bit foggy at this point. But all in all, the second edition of the Dakar in Saudi Arabia threw up a few different surprises here and there, but it did also include tragedy. One of the riders, Pierre Chapin, the 111, passed away as the Dakar wrapped up on the 15th of January. He'd crashed in the 7th stage, and he had been found unconscious at kilometre 178 before being taken to hospital. He was pronounced dead just as some of the competitors from the bivouac were ending the rally themselves, getting to the final finishing point. However, one of the things that was quite a tale of the Dakar was of people who were very consistent and very strong, but also very unlucky. The likes of Chris Meek and Sebastian Loeb showed so much promise and pace, but were let down by all kinds of issues with the cars. For example, Meek ended up just having 2 or 3 breakdowns, and Loeb, his car just got to a point where the Pro Drive, even though it was its first entry, had to retire from the event. That said, at the same time, it was a good finish for his teammates. Nani Roma ended up finishing in 5th for Bahrain Road Extreme, and that's a good place to be for a team that was brand new to the event. The top 3 in the car category was really quite unsurprising. Another win for Peter Hansel with co-driver Edouard Boulanger, and that put Peter Hansel back into the record books as the well-known Mr. Dakar, though only with a couple of times towards the top of the timesheets. It was more about consistency this time around for the Dakar legend. Nasser Al-Attiyah was second, 14 minutes behind, and then third place Carlos Sainz was an hour behind Peter Hansel. Sainz had been in contention for quite a long time, and then towards the end of the rally started to drop off. At the same time though, you're talking about the Toyota Gazzoos. Whilst Al-Attiyah was in second and teammate Neil de Villiers was in 8th, there was a very unlucky end for Henk Letterken, who ended up crashing out on stage 5. However, looking through some of the other categories, it was unsurprising to see some of the results. Kamaz again locking out the podium, with 4th place being Martin Mashek in the Big Shock Racing, before Ale Laprai in the Praha was 5th place overall. As for the 500 truck of Andrei Karganov, that was 7th. He had a horrible start to the Dakar rally, and despite having performances that put him up towards the top with his teammates, wasn't able to claw back what had been over 2 hours in deficit, finishing nearly 3 hours off the pace overall. There were also some record moments in the Dakar. A first win for a woman, since Jutta Kleinschmidt, went to the way of Cristina Gutierrez, who will be teaming up with Sebastian Loeb as part of Lewis Hamilton's X44 team in Extreme E in a couple of weeks' time. And yeah, Kleinschmidt was there to congratulate Gutierrez on it. Again, somebody who had had some rotten luck in terms of performance of the car, with reliability again being an issue. But yes, again, looking at the overall for the likes of bikes, it was Benavides taking a win from Ricky Brabeck, with Sam Sunderland in 3rd, Daniel Sanders in 4th, and Skylar Howes in 5th. It was a Honda 1-2, and it was rotten luck for Yamaha, who ended up losing their top 10 riders right near the end of the rally with their motors packing up. We also saw some, as we heard the term bush mechanics, being used by Toby Price, who ended up with a flat tyre and holding it together with cable ties. Dangerous, that much is for sure. But it was something that certainly raised a talking point at the Dakar. And another thing that came up was the quads category, with the top 3 being decided pretty much before the final stage. 3rd place Capetti was 3 hours off of winner Andajar, with Enrico in second 33 minutes behind. The likes of Giroud and Cavaglacio were also somewhere around the similar kind of pace to these guys. However, were both sidelined due to a mechanical failure over the course of the rally, which meant that it was, in the end, Andujar's for the win. But all in all, the Dakar rally ended up bringing some bits that were expected, some bits that weren't, and some other talking points. For example, passing the prison where women's rights activists, some of whom were campaigning for women's rights to drive, were being detained. It's a constant reminder that even in the world of motorsport today, there are still political discussions that will be just around it, even outside of what we call motorsports politics. The real world of politics sits just adjacent to it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for joining, and if you're looking for any particular stage reviews, make sure to check out the description below for a link to a playlist where I have all of them. I hope to see you around. Bye for now.